Hey guys, Tiff here, and today we are going to talk about tips for beginners when it comes to working out and how best to get started. Because really, the first thing you really need to do is actually just start. But when you are beginning, it can be very, very overwhelming. And a lot of times when you are starting a new exercise regimen, you can overexert yourself, you can injure yourself, and then you tend to lose steam. So I want to tell you my 5 tips on working out if you are a beginner. Tip number 1, start slow. You do not have to jump into 5 days a week of working out. You will, number 1, burn yourself out. You will overexert yourself probably, and you're not going to stick with it. So what I tell my clients, if they are just starting to work out and don't have that exercise routine ingrained in them, like for me, I work out 6 days a week. And that has just been how it's been for me for about 5 years. And it wasn't always like that. It took time to build up to that. So I always tell my clients to start out with even just 1 day a week, doing something for 30 minutes, whether that's walking on the treadmill, walking outside. If you have a gym membership, you can go get on the elliptical for 30 minutes. You can get on the stair stepper. The stair stepper is the devil, but you get my point. You can get on the treadmill. You can get on the elliptical. I started out when my husband went to Korea. I did the elliptical 2 days a week. It is a great workout, especially if you're just starting out. So my recommendation is to start slow. 1 to 2 days a week, and then start ramping up from there. When you feel like you have the 1 to 2 days under control, ramp it up. Go ahead and add 1 day. Don't go from 1 to 2 days to 5 days. Add a day over time to where you get up to working 5 days a week. Tip number 2, know when to stretch. Stretching right before a workout may seem like the best thing to do, but you might be putting yourself at risk for injury. So you want to do a warm-up. So I tell my clients to get on the treadmill and walk for 5 minutes on the treadmill. Nothing speed related, just walk to kind of get your heart rate started. And then you want to stretch your muscles. And you want to hold it for about 15 seconds. You will then be less likely to injure yourself when you're stretching and your muscles are a little warmed up. So do not just start stretching. Warm up first with a 5-minute walk on the treadmill, and then stretch your muscles. Tip number 3 is to mix it up. That means you want to incorporate cardio workouts with strength training workouts, which means weightlifting. Whether you want to lose weight or bulk up, women, you will not bulk up. I promise you, pick up those heavy weights. You will not bulk up. It's a myth. You won't bulk up. I did a video on that. So please don't worry about the weights. Lift the weights. They will give you a leaner, sexier, more toned look. But you want to have a mixed regimen of the cardio aerobic type workouts and strength training workouts. This really will give you the best recipe for achieving that body that you want. So even when you're within those categories of strength training and cardio, don't do the same thing every day. So you don't need to go do squats every time you lift. And you don't need to do the elliptical every time you do cardio. So number 1, it's going to get boring, and you'll end up coming to a point where you don't enjoy it anymore. So whatever you enjoy the most, continue to do it. But if it starts to get boring, switch it up. If you're finding that you're dreading your workouts, switch it up. Take a class at your local YMCA or your local gym. Step just a little bit outside that comfort zone, and you will be amazed at what will happen for you when it comes to hitting your fitness and goals. Tip number 4, you want to know your weight and the right way to use it. So I know for me, the first time I walked into a gym, it was like deer in the headlights. I didn't know what to do. I didn't know how to use equipment. I didn't know how to do exercises. I didn't know any of that. And I ended up talking to one of the fitness workers at the gym that I attended, and they showed me how to use all of the equipment. And what you want to do is you want to make sure that you, number one, ask. If you don't know how to use a certain piece of weight equipment, ask. Otherwise, you will more than likely injure yourself because you don't know how to properly use it. You don't know how to properly get it off the rack. You don't know how to properly put it back. And all of those things, if you don't know how to do it properly, you will get injured. And I don't want you to get injured. So, number one, ask. And they will be able to show you how to use a machine and what exercises to do, how you do it. And even on the machines, they actually have pictures of how you use the machine. But I'm a very visual learner, so when I learn, I need it to be shown to me. So asking the person that works at the gym to help me, hands down, best thing to do. A lot of times when you have somebody that's new at the gym, they want to go for the heaviest weight possible. That is a no, 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 no. You will injure yourself. And like I said before, I don't want you to injure yourself. So get on a weight machine. Say it's the lat pull downs. So what you want to do is you want to get on the machine, and a lat pull down is just this. There's a big bar up above you. You're sitting, you have a seat that you sit on. So you stand up to pull it down. Then you just come to like a 90-degree angle. So you're going to start at the lowest weight, pull it down, and you keep adding. And you just keep increasing the weight until you reach a point where you can only do one or you can't do any. And that's way too much weight. So once you find that maximum weight, you want to take that and cut it to 2/3 of that number. And that's where you should start with your routine and doing 12 reps. So you should be able to, after you max out, that's what that's called, when you go until you can't go anymore. When you get that max weight, you cut that to 2/3 and you take that number and then you do 12 reps and you do 3 rounds of 12 reps. That's typically what you would do at a gym. So once you get a weight that you're comfortable with, don't be eager to increase it. Just stay there for a little bit, and then eventually you will want to increase that, because you don't want to stay stagnant. Because when you stay stagnant, it's when you hit your plateaus and then you don't see any results. My last and final tip number 5, is know when to take a break. Like I said earlier, I work out 6 days a week and Sunday is my rest day. I don't do anything. I do laundry and hang out with my family. And that gives my body time to repair itself, to help me to be able to come back when I do start my workouts the next day and be stronger and better able to perform. So if you don't give your body time to heal itself and repair itself, your performance is going to go down and you'll get into a vicious cycle where you never fully recover. So you want to take at least one day and rest. I know a lot of people do like active recovery days where they'll like get on the treadmill and do, a walk, a slow walk, or they will do some yoga, whatever it is. I don't do that. I take an actual rest day, because that really does help me to rejuvenate come Monday morning and tackle my week. But you have to find what works for you, because not everything that works for me is going to work for you. And so it's kind of a trial and error, but you definitely want to make sure that you're giving yourself time to rest. And if you're sore after a workout, that is a good thing. Muscle soreness is good. Joint pain, not good. You should see a doctor. And I think I talked about that in one of my other videos. But muscle soreness is actually good. That means that the muscle fibers are breaking down in your body and doing what they're supposed to do to get you that lean tone, sexy look that we all want. And so, just work through it. There's recovery drinks you can drink that I know help me after an intense weightlifting session. I know people say drink chocolate milk, and that actually helps reduce muscle soreness. So you don't need to take a painkiller because it's not that kind of a pain. And you don't want to do additional damage to your body. So you want to let your body recover naturally. All right, guys, so those are my 5 tips. I hope that they helped you. If they did, will you please give me a big thumbs up if this video was helpful to you? If you have any other tips, comment below so that my subscribers can see those additional tips. And as always, if you have not, subscribe to my channel so that you get notifications when I post new videos and you can get more tips like this and follow me. I will talk to you later. Thank you for watching. Have a great weekend. Bye-bye.